In today's episode of Spiraling Up, we are live in the great state of Texas to talk all things events and play a special business growth edition of Date, Marry, Dump with Paige Byrd and Elyssa Stephenson, co-presidents of Teal Team, alongside Hinge's managing director, Katie Poltz. Welcome, friends. This is Spiraling Up with Hinge. Welcome to Spiraling Up, the podcast for professional services marketers and business leaders. My name is Mary Blanche, and I will be doing my best Austin impression today alongside the faithfully reliable color commentary of none other than Mr. Jopo.
Reliable is a strong word to use there.
So reliable. And as we get started, as always, we want to say thank you to our listeners and those watching on YouTube. And if you haven't yet, we'd love it if you could support the podcast by giving us a like, leaving a comment or review, and of course, subscribing to our show.
So why is Hinge in Texas? Well, in short, THIELCON is a premier architectural and design product and professional services showcase created by our clients, Teal Team, to serve vendors and partners across the commercial real estate, multifamily, and hospitality industries. So this year, the event was held at a recently renovated Canyon Creek Country Club in Richardson, Texas, and played host to more than 200 professionals, us included. Hinge was honored to participate this year and be a sponsor of the 9 and Wine golf tournament at THIELCON to support a fantastic charity, Entryway. And I actually had the opportunity to play golf with their CEO and president. We did not win. We had fun though, right? That's what's most important. So Entryway is a nonprofit that has successfully partnered with multifamily housing providers across the United States for more than a decade to help individuals experiencing situational homelessness find a path to stability and success. Which brings us to today's podcast, coming to you live from Teal Team's HQ in Southlake, Texas. And we will be joined by their co-presidents, Paige Byrd and Elyssa Stephenson. Thank you for having us, guys.
Welcome to Texas. We're glad you guys are here.
Glad to be here.
So, as I mentioned, co-presidents. That's an interesting title for obvious reasons, but tell us how that all came about.
It kind of like morphed. We've been work wives for 18 years now, and it's actually our partnership. I think it's one of the means most to us in this world that we live in. But we started... Basically, she was a designer. I was a procurement agent at Teal Team, and we were given the opportunity by the co-founders, Beth and Kurt Teal, to buy into the company. So that's how kind of our co-president's name was born. And the cool thing about it is she is great at many things. I'm good at a few things, I think, but we divide and conquer so well. She's got her swim lanes and I have mine. And then when I step over into hers, we fight, and then and then we work it out, and we keep moving. But at the center of this partnership is a deep love, deep abiding love for our people and our faith, and that's what keeps us together.
And we have an understanding of what our strengths are, and we really feed off of that. Like where Elyssa is really strong, I am weak. And vice versa. We've figured that out along the way and respect each other and definitely try to stay in our swim lanes most days.
I mean, that was much more powerful than what I was thinking was coming, which was that LinkedIn doesn't accept work wives as a title.
We'll work on that.
We'll see. I think you can stick it in the headline. You can pretty much put whatever you want.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And as your marketing agency, I would recommend you don't stick whatever you want. We're also joined by our friend and Hinge colleague, Katie Poltz.
Hello.
Katie is a managing director at Hinge and is the lead on y'all's account. So we thought it would be nice recognizing that we just finished wrapping up a case story, video, testimonial, those types of things. Great piece of content. Recommend you do those types of things as a marketing asset. But we just finished wrapping that up, and three of you guys did awesome. Really appreciate you giving us some time to do that. Tell us a little bit, though, about the partnership that we all have together, if you all don't mind.
Basically, Hinge, we've been working with them for coming up on 2 years. We re-signed for another engagement, and we have had the honor and privilege to really go through their entire process from the beginning of the research study, and there was so much value in that which informed the strategy that they then put together for us. And then fast forward, we have a brand new website. that launched in December of last year. And it's our major sales tool. We're converting top of funnel leads. We're on a lot of different channels. They're helping us with social. They help us with blog and education-based content. They're an extension of our team. And it blows my mind some days, all that we're able to accomplish and all that we actually are doing with you guys. It's crazy. It's a lot.
What she said.
Pretty much sums it up.
Yeah. But essentially, I love this relationship because we're just, one of the things I think I said from the beginning is, how, I think you asked me, how will this work best? How do you work best? And I said, we're going to be honest with each other. And I'm going to be honest with you and let you know what you need to do, why something's not working, that sort of thing. And I think we've held true to that.
Absolutely. Katie has busted me on several of occasions at this point, and I love it when you do. I love it. She helps keep us in check, and I love that.
Well, we appreciate you guys also giving us the opportunity to crash in your now makeshift podcast studio, your conference room. As part of the intro read, I referenced your amazing event, THIELCON. How did the idea of throwing an event like that even come about?
This has morphed into last year it was completely different than what it was this year. But at the heart of it, we had, after COVID and having kind of a hybrid remote work situation, we had a list of 2 years long for our vendors to come see our team. And that's way too long for us and for them. So we were like, let's get together, let's get a venue, get everybody in one space and essentially throw a party. And they're like, and if you throw a party, then you got to invite a lot of people. So then we ended up inviting industry partners and our clients. And it was just a great way to have FaceTime and actually see new product alongside of them. So that's how it started last year. And then this year we asked, how could we make this more complicated? And we decided to do a golf tournament. So we're like, we designed golf clubs. Like we need to be having a golf event. So, and it was amazing. We had a great turnout. A lot of existing clients, leads and prospects, industry partners, and just new friends. It was an amazing turnout.
Super fun.
Yeah, but the whole purpose is fellowship and seeing new things, becoming inspired, and just doing something great for our industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about Canyon Creek, the venue that it was at.
Yeah, so Canyon Creek, we finished up the renovation there as the architect of record, interior designer, and procurement agent last year. And it was a pretty big renovation. We added a fitness and wellness component in a bar that we designed like 10 to 12 years ago. Like we were ripping out what we did a decade ago, turning that bar and grill into their new fitness and wellness center, and then their pre-function and event space, that became their new bar and member dining space. So it was cool. Like, you've been doing this a while when you're like coming in and demoing your old work and then like redo, like starting fresh, and you're kind of like, oh, I didn't make that choice 10 years ago, but
Well, we'll ask our friend producer Adrian to come bring some of the B-roll and other content that was recorded yesterday at that event, so we can show the viewers of this podcast some of that. But you all did such an amazing job. That place is stunning, especially
really
working with the size that was available to you. Like it's not the largest country club at all, but the fact that it's so open and airy and feeling and so forth, it looked amazing.
Katie was saying something really cool, and thinking back, it's like we don't really get to experience, once we complete a space, we get to capture it, we add it to our portfolio, but to be able to have, all of our, close clients and friends, and like thinking back to yesterday, and that bar was full of people, enjoying, eating, drinking, laughing. It was really special. Yeah. It's super fun to see it like in action, live, and experiencing that with people you care about.
And as a design professional, there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a space that you design, like actually people coming and making memories and, being able to experience that and see it, stand back and watch it.
Well, that experience is actually part of the reason that we wanted you all to join us, specifically in this edition of our Pivotal Story segment, which is a big piece of the report that we're going to be talking about. Mary Blanche, you want to give us a rundown?
Yeah. So in today's Pivotal Story, 2025 is the year of the Travel Maximizer. According to Hilton's Global Trends Report, business travelers are chasing high-impact adventures, making the most of every trip, every dollar, and every experience. And it's not just leisure travelers that are driving this shift. A whopping 87% of Gen Zers say that they're more likely to travel for an external work or work-related event in the next year, blurring the line between business and adventure like never before. So what does this mean for event organizers and professional services firms trying to connect with this next generation of travelers?
Yeah, I mean, the Hilton Trends Report is it's a very good piece of content, frankly. But that experience piece was key. It came across everything they were talking about, both on the professional side and personal side. The people are looking for experiences, especially the millennials and Gen Z, where it is a non-negotiable that they are going to show up, whether it's for work or leisure, and have a diverse experience. It's not just for one thing. They're looking for multiple conversations, people to talk with, to interact with who they travel with, things along those lines. And you all just talking through the experience that folks had at THIELCON made this feel like something that really resonated. I'm really interested to kind of hear y'all's perspective as well. I know in some of the research that we've done together, it led Thiel Team to have their own trends report. That was something that we thought was going to be a really good piece of content for you all to create.
Well, I think the big key central theme here is whether you're traveling for business or for leisure, what you're looking for is both. I mean, it's like everybody just wants to be able to do everything all the time. And it plays to convenience, it plays to wellness, it plays to being able to have a hospitality environment, from the time you get up to when you go to bed. I mean, you can say more.
Yeah. Well, I think too, like there's so much more, especially within business, like there's more emphasis on relationship, right? And what's a better way to bond than over some activity, and doing things together instead of just saying, well, let's go to dinner or let's do this. I think it just is more of an enriching, first of all, trip, and then you're actually building more rapport and relationship with the people that you're traveling with, whether it be, business travel or for leisure.
Katie, what did you think specifically in terms of when you hear something along the lines of 87% of the next generation of workers coming in and saying, yeah, well, this is something that's going to be a part of our day-to-day. Like, how does that kind of hit to you? Like, is this something that we need to make sure as marketers as well that we're paying attention to?
Absolutely. I think that with the experience working with Teal Team, it's just, I know that part of their design, part of their differentiator is that they're designing for the experience and making sure that everybody has a unique experience and is comfortable. And it's a blend of that. It's making sure the community shines through and that sort of thing.
And from our clients' perspective, I mean, it's 100% what they want and what they need in order to differentiate their properties. They need, a high level experience in order for, that Gen Zer to choose, their property instead of the one that's across the street. Right. People are buying the best experience with the most convenience, that has the green space, when they're wanting to, let down, it has the wellness space, when they're wanting to recover, that gets into recovery, which is a big part of wellness, where in the past it was more about, fitness, but wellness is such a big element. When I hear that, I think, it's a huge opportunity. It's a big opportunity to play into.
Yeah, and I would even say, some of the conferences that we've been to in the past couple of years and the places that those organizations have selected, I mean, we're seeing more of that too. The places that we're showing up to are creating more of those experiences. They do have those amenities that you're talking about. So I think we're kind of seeing that across the board.
In terms of design trends, how are you seeing that typically executed on, for example, in a clubhouse or, a center of influence or things along those lines?
It's interesting because whenever we're working, and a lot of our clients have been coming, like they're fanatic when it comes to health and wellness. And so they'll send us a piece of equipment. They're like, I really want this included in the program. We're like, okay, well, this is really cool because it's, this like major piece of equipment, $200,000. Like people would be very privileged to be able to come lay in this machine for 20 minutes that apparently is going to make them live for 500 years. So like when we get those pieces of information, like that right there is a differentiator, right? Like you can say this, we have this in our facility, and just being able to create those vignettes, and it's fun, right? Whenever you're going, and if you're buying a membership or if you're doing something, you're like, this is going to be able to become part of my normal routine. I want to be able to do it with my community and my neighbors. And it's always fun to do something, in my opinion, like a weird and quirky. And so not that everything is weird and quirky, but anything that's new, like you have a story to tell, right? So you leave with a story to tell, and then you're telling your friends, and then before you know it, everybody's there and you're just laying in these machines one after another.
Yeah.
So wellness being a big trend, is there any other big trends that you've kind of seen, especially across hospitality and master plan communities, in terms of what you're being asked for or also driving as part of your engagements?
It's actually interesting. It's like this, it's striking the balance between it's, not only are the Gen Zers wanting to, blend business and travel, but also, older generations are wanting to blend business and travel, and they want to bring their families with them, and they want to have a place for their families to go while they're conducting business during the day. So it's like it's like they want everything all in one. They want the exclusivity, the private dining, situation at night. They want things for their kids to be able to do during the day. And again, it presents this huge challenge because, every new type of programming that you come up with for a family, for example, it's a new revenue stream, for that property if it's executed well and if they have the on-site staff to be able to do it well, but different activities for, every part of the family.
So Hilton was talking about that this is like the era of maximizing.
Yes.
If you were to take a stab, and I'm not going to hold you to it, but it's always fun to look back at these things. What do you think the next era is going to be?
I think that the biggest thing that we're continuing to go into is recovery. I think especially with, kind of our generation and older generations, wellness and longevity and quality of life is super, super important. And I think that the more people that are able to execute on that well, maximalism is great, but you also need to have that holistic approach. And I think people that lean into the recovery aspect of things are going to be a step ahead of the rest. It's like the more of us that become educated on, the types of food that we're eating and how that actually makes you feel. It's like there's this emphasis on we want to be as productive as we can be. We want to feel as good as we can. And the more that we can lean into those things, I think that's going to continue to be a differentiator for people.
Yeah, it's like the tie into mental health.
Exactly.
Yeah, and even food and beverage programming, like you're seeing now, there's a little bit more emphasis on healthy options, but there are so many dietary restrictions and how people eat. You're going to see more, and that's going to be difficult if you go out to eat to find something, especially if you're vegan. I'm not, but my husband is, and going out to eat with him is challenging. Yeah. And so I think that we'll start seeing that as just becoming more normal, like normalized.
Well, I appreciate you all sharing some of these insights. Like we try to get into our pivotal stories and talk specifically how trends and other elements are going, and knowing that both you and Hilton, two amazing brands, had come up with the idea of bringing that type of content to the marketplace. We thought it was a really good opportunity to talk it through, but we also have something else planned for you all. Because this is Spiraling Up, we do not do boring Q&A. We play games. We also have crafts. And thank you for not picking up your papers yet, but we will allow you to do so.
It's really hard. It's been really hard.
It's been staring at you this whole time. But for those of you who are unfamiliar with the podcast, like I was just saying, when we have folks on, or even just when it's just us, along with Austin, we miss you, Austin. Wish you could be here.
Hearts.
When we get together, we like to gamify a discussion, because who wants to listen to another boring business-to-business podcast?
Not us.
So let's have some fun while we're at it. Today, we're going to play a game. It's called Date, Marry, Dump. You might know of it from other ways of describing the game, of which are a bit rated R in a sense, and how this will be described. And we are a PG-13 podcast. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through a series of categories. And each of these categories are going to have 3 prompts, or basically scenarios or options. And as a group, you get to do this individually, but the fun part about this is you all get to pick up one of these signs, and those signs all have options such as date, marry, and dump. And basically, we'll give you those 3 options, we'll read them back to you, and we want to see what you would choose based on the category as your choice. You must be ready to defend your choice.
Not a problem.
And once you've used your choice, you can't use it again for that. So you can't date everything or dump everything, and
you can marry one. You do not get to marry everything.
All right. So choose wisely.
Yes, that's right. So there are no right answers.
Yeah.
We just want to see how this goes from there, and
But there are wrong.
there is judgment, frankly, but there are no wrong answers. Cool. So let the game begin. We're going to start in the marketing and brand strategy space, but don't worry, we've got a few other categories that may get into some things that are better for y'all's subject matter expertise, as well as a few fun workplace tropes.
Okay.
which will be spread in. So Mary Blanche, would you like to take the first one?
Sure. Okay, so the first one, the category is going to be thought leadership. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the 3 options first, and then I will go back to the top and say the first one, and then that's when you'll flip your card. Okay, so option 1 is annual trends guide. So publishing an original premium thought leadership report or guide. Option 2, strategic speaking engagements. So focusing resources only on securing key high visibility speaking slots at major industry conferences or podcasts, things like that. Or C, a LinkedIn strategy. So having all senior partners actively posting daily, personal, insightful commentary, industry trends on social media. Okay, so those are the 3 choices. So going back to the top, and this is where you'll flip your cards, annual trends guide.
Are we marrying? Are we dumping? Are we dating?
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Right out of the gate.
All right, so Katie
so
clearly feels very strong towards the idea of a downloadable piece of content.
So hard. I almost
I
went
know.
with Mary.
Well, as I do work for a marketing agency, I like the fact that this thing will always be there for you.
There we go.
You can
Like a good marriage.
use it however you like.
Yeah.
Just, get some good miles out of it. It's always going to be there for you. And you can just, keeps things exciting, and it's evergreen content.
There we go.
I love it. And you can use it in so many different ways. Okay, so I said date this one because I feel really strongly about my other 2 answers. But I really like the fact that it can be repurposed in so many different ways. And case in point, we just did our first trends guidebook, and we've already printed it. We're handing it out in face-to-face events. We've gotten 4 blogs out of it. We're putting it on social. It's on our website. We're sending it to clients. It's like great.
Why are we dumping, Paige?
Well, because don't really want to dump any of it.
Well, we can't make this easy.
I know. Well, the other one, I was going to dump well, I guess I can't give away what my other answer would be.
You can tell it when we get there.
Okay. So I was going to dump another one, and then you guys said 1 keyword, and I was like, well, I can't dump that because now everybody's saying this is what we need to be doing in the future and moving forward. So I don't want to dump any of it. Yeah.
You might see a theme across
I was going to say,
these
some
categories.
of these they're pretty tough as I was reading through them.
All right, so
That's
next,
why we're a good, well-rounded team, because we all have a different perspective,
I
right?
also just like the ring on my
Yeah, that's nice. That's a big diamond.
It's super cute.
Okay, so what are our cards for strategic speaking engagements?
This is easy for me.
Okay.
I had a feeling. We'll start with you, Paige. But I had a feeling that one was going to fall in the middle for you. But let's hear a little bit more about it.
Well, you guys said podcasts.
Yes,
in there.
Does not necessarily need to be in person.
Yeah, and so with the video and the podcasting, I was like, well, that's going to live forever, like the trend book, but it's more repetitive. It's in everybody's face more often, and they really get to know you, and you get to meet, I don't know. It seemed like that was, if it was just speaking engagements, I would have dumped it.
It's a clear dump.
But this was like the podcast comment. I was like, okay, well, we can't dump that.
I missed the podcast, and you can transcript it and use it for SEO.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Can I change my previous answer?
It's locked in stone.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine comes from more just a personal thing. I just don't prefer speaking. I'd rather put pen to paper, writing. So mine is, I think you guys both know I was going to say that.
And yet you're still so good at it when you do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I didn't hear the podcasting component. Otherwise, I would have probably changed my answer. So I'm going to listen really carefully for this.
This is a hard game, people.
All right, well, we'll move straight to the third option then. So LinkedIn strategy.
Well, do you want to start with this one, or do you want to go first?
I married this one because it's where everybody is all the time.
Yeah.
And if we're trying to expand visibility as one of our top goals, then we need to be where everybody is all the time.
Yeah. And you were talking about leadership really being involved and helping us become more visible. And I just thought as a platform, because it is LinkedIn, it was probably, we've been working on it. We've seen the fruit, and it's something we need to we have to marry it.
Yeah.
We're getting married to LinkedIn.
And I pretty much, Kate, I can understand because of what you chose as Mary why this is date, but go ahead and share your thoughts.
No, actually, I think that I knew this one from the very beginning,
Yeah.
just because I think networking on LinkedIn and it's like dating in a way, and
Okay.
it's always changing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it stinks.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good. So,
There you go.
I know.
very literal with mine.
This is why you had to be prepared to defend your answers. I know that we recently did a LinkedIn training with you all as well. Our colleague Austin, who is our third and sadly missed co-host from this podcast. And your y'all's colleague Jim wrote a very nice message about just kind of the value of being able to make the connections of how to use that platform moving forward. And you're right, it is kind of everyone's there. It's a necessary evil in some ways.
That is so true. Yeah.
So having a strategy is how you beat it, and you're successful.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
let's
we're
move
moving on. This is a fun one.
Okay, good.
All right, aesthetic annoyances is the category. So first option, that classic black and white photo of a lone mountain climber with the word dedication.
Okay.
Option B, walls made of reclaimed barnwood and perfectly painted exposed HVAC ductwork in an office that is neither a barn nor a factory. Or C, massive plastic faux fiddle leaf fig tree. Wow, that was a mouthful.
I'm sorry, I got mean in some of these.
Scattered all over the office space.
Fig trees. All right, so let's start back up at the top. Dedication.
Dedication.
And they're fake. They're faux fiddle.
Faux fiddle.
Yes, the fig trees are
Yes.
fake. They are not real fig. So let's start at the top.
Okay.
This is-
We're talking about the climber, the motivational poster. You know you've seen it in every boomer's office space.
I'm like, oh gosh.
Oh,
It's only because the other two answers are
so
like
bad.
there's
So
one that
bad.
I have to dump. Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
know. What I'm
This is not a good
I can't
dating
defend
pool
this
that we
answer.
have
This is
in
a hard
front of us.
Oh, keep this. You gotta keep this.
oh,
on
yes,
there.
okay.
Okay.
So reason.
Because you did not dump it, you get to go first here.
Well,
Make it so I feel like I can date the mountain climber.
okay. The mountain climber has dedication.
He's inspiring.
I'm done. Move on.
All right, now that we're the two of you with the dumps, let's go ahead and understand why this was the worst of the three options.
I'm just gonna corny.
Yeah, I mean, none of them were good. Something had to go down, and that was it.
The mountain climber's going down first
That was
and
it.
hard.
Sorry, mountain climber.
I think it's maybe because it's the worst thing that's been around the longest. So it's like if
there
this
you
is
go.
a cycle, like
Yeah.
let's get that dude out of there.
Yeah. He's
And then
gotta
everything
go.
else will follow suit.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our next one then. The walls of reclaimed barnwood, the exposed HVAC ductwork. We're not in a barn. We're not in a factory.
I mean, of all the things, I mean, I guess I'm gonna
Yep.
They're
marry. I'm gonna marry the fake farmer.
3 for 3.
Sell me on exposed HVAC ductwork.
Well, sometimes you can't help having exposed HVAC ductwork.
What she
So you
said.
just got to deal with the hand you're dealt, right?
All right.
So a lot of those, like, it is what it is.
Yeah. I like the casual atmosphere.
Okay. Yeah. The client just wants to bring the farm to their middle of the city experience.
Just want it to be completely comfortable, casual.
Okay.
And
Wear your plaid.
cost effective.
You fit right in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, we've seen a couple breweries that kind of do that bit, and
Yeah.
it's pretty legit.
You can have a nice experience.
have a nice
And
experience.
that's been the theme of this podcast.
Yeah.
The experience.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna go with my clients here. Let them speak for this one.
There you go.
I mean, I know them very well.
You didn't cheat though. You just chose that one because you knew.
No, I don't know. Mostly because I didn't know what to do with the other one. So
Yep.
All
I
right.
do now.
Yeah.
All
Number
right.
3.
Fake
Yeah.
figs.
The fake figs.
We don't like fake anything in this world. Everything has to be real and authentic.
Okay. Okay.
What did you put? Oh, you put dumped.
She saved it.
Okay.
Because she's all real.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some faux plants done very well.
That's true.
Depending on how much you pay for them.
And at that point, you probably could have just gotten a real plant anyways.
Yeah.
But
I'm
those
gonna-
things are hard to keep alive.
Yeah.
You have to do the maintenance.
Going with the literal interpretation here.
Okay.
You got it. You're experimenting. So
Okay.
sometimes you're experimenting with fake
plants.
things.
For the sake of experimentation.
Yes. That makes sense.
Okay. All right, we're moving right along then. Next category is website and digital experience. So first option, design portfolio. So a library of your project work, high quality photography, videos, that sort of thing. Option 2, gated content library. So putting all premium thought leadership things behind a form fill to capture lead information. And then the third option is dedicated SEO or technical audit. So conducting a deep dive audit to fix all your technical errors, improve site speed, strategic backlink profile, things like that.
Feeling very confident.
Okay. All right, we're gonna start then back at the top.
Good for you.
Design portfolio. How we looking?
2 quick turns and
Another 3 for 3.
why are we mirroring our design portfolio? on
Did
our
we
website?
get this wrong?
No, I actually think that all 3 options are good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Good point. There are no wrong answers in this game, but I think for your industry, this is the correct
Yeah,
answer.
for
Let's
sure.
go ahead.
That was my answer.
Yeah.
So as you know, we're AEC. This is the biggest. I mean, a lot of times, like in search, project pages are the number one thing that's popping up for our clients. So it's important to have. I mean, I can't even think about how many architects I've worked with where, you know, they're looking at their websites and saying, we need bigger images, bigger photos, you know, so that they can really see the work. And here's a place to do it. So.
I would only add that we have learned, based on Hinge's research over all these years, the number one thing that our clients buy is expertise. And how do you prove it? How do you prove your expertise? And that's with your design portfolio.
And a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Boom.
A video is worth 10,000 words.
There we go.
I mean, people, they want to see the eye candy. Like they get something, they're like, that's it, sold,
Yeah.
moving on.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're big believers in video becoming more and more prevalent. Not just, I mean, your industry's been the forefront of that, but across other industries as well. The 10,000 word idea of this is super important. And yes, we can in fact use videos to make what accountants do more interesting.
I love that. Yeah, I've seen it.
It's happening.
All right, gated content library.
Okay.
I missed the word gated, but what I'm thinking here is just thought leadership. So to me, get out there, experiment with it. You know, a lot of firms might not be there yet. They're just posting, you know, promotional news. But, you know, they want to be thought leaders. They want to start posting more educational content. So try it. It's not as hard as you think.
Okay.
Now I'm totally second guessing my answer. But what I will say is people want to engage with you for free without it feeling like it costs them anything. However, we are doing gated strategy for our guidebook, which is working well because we're getting top of funnel leads. But not everything needs to be gated. That's kind of where I'm going. Yeah. Education-based content needs to flow freely.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, putting it behind a gate, of course, does deny it from being easy and accessible. It is the requirement to somebody has to give up something, usually an email. But as a filter for generating visibility, it also does the added benefit of removing out the types of conversations you don't want to have. Which is why the marketer in the room started to think along those lines as how it's specifically done. But let's talk that last. What was the last option?
Dedicated SEO and technical audit.
Sure.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. Let's hear why we're dating this one.
I mean, like I said, I don't want to lose any of them. But for me, when I hear technical, all I can think of, if a website isn't working correctly, then what's the point?
Right.
So like, it's got to be functioning. That's something you got to keep a pulse on.
Yep.
So that was really the reason for my answer.
Yeah. And it informs your strategy. So keeping pace with that. And that's why we have our bi-weekly check-ins to actually look at what's happening technically. So it will inform our continued strategy.
All right, Katie, how can you explain?
I don't have a very good answer for this one, mostly just because I picked the other two. But I think, in order to dump it, you have to date it first, right? So
Okay.
do it one time and then get out of there.
All right, so you're thinking because of the exceptional websites we build, the
Right.
SEO will last longer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That was
like a nice
shameless
little,
product.
nice little workaround you did there.
Just thought of it.
All right, let's keep it going.
All right, so the category is unfortunate workplace communications. So option 1, getting multiple one-sentence emails instead of one cohesive thought. Option 2, the constant use of meaningless buzzwords in meetings. And option 3, getting an urgent text message about a non-urgent topic on a Friday evening.
All right, so let's start with the one-sentence email. And E's already broken her engagement ring too. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
You'll just have to hold
I'll get
it.
you some
Or you
tape.
can put it on. Yeah. 2 rings.
R.I.P. Crafts.
All right, so we're okay basically with getting one-sentence emails.
I mean, not okay with it, but I'd rather get a one-sentence
The
email
other
than like the
choices.
non-urgent text on a Friday
Yeah,
night.
let's
Or
Can we skip
Yeah.
to that one real quick and just like,
Dump. So we just
Yeah.
said it right now. We
Yeah.
are dumping.
Yeah. Where's that one?
Katie, are you going to join them? You're
Yeah, I was
dump
gonna
the
dump
non-urgent Friday email.
Yeah, none of that. None of
Alright,
that. Which
so-
leaves the constant use of meaningless buzzwords in meetings.
I actually would have married this one because I do that all the time.
I do the one sentence emails.
You do?
I'm like, oh crap, it's in too soon. It's the rest of my stream of consciousness coming to you in another email.
Yes. Yes.
I love it. All right, next topic. Company culture initiatives. So option 1, flexible schedule. So formalizing and committing to a flexible work policy that allows employees to choose where and when they work best. Option 2, internal mentorship program. So a program pairing senior leaders with junior staff for career development. And then option 3, high value social events. So committing budget to high quality, memorable in-person social events.
It's really hard.
That is hard. What was the first one again?
Flexible
Flex
schedule.
schedule.
Yeah.
Okay, I got mine. I'm locked and
The
loaded.
breathes.
Yeah, we'll breathe it.
Yep. All right.
First one.
First one.
First one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think this just ties really well into what people are looking for now,
I agree.
specifically.
Yeah.
Both when they travel and
How they work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's just so much blending of what that looks like. We had a episode a few weeks back that talked about the never-ending workday and the fact that people are, in a sense, working whenever and wherever as part of just their day-to-day basis, and how some might be taking that a bit too far, severance style, right, where you're just completely disassociating yourself, but others that have really found a great balance, right, where they can say, all right, it's the middle of the day, I don't have any client work, I'm going to take my dog for a mile-long walk or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So I think the non-negotiable nature of that is big, and we've got 2 owners of a business who are fully bought in on it. It shows you that those types of cultures exist.
Yeah. We know our team, this is the most valuable thing for them.
It is.
Yeah.
And I mean, you hire professionals for a reason,
Yeah.
right?
If
I
they
mean, they
can't
should
be
be able to
professional. Yeah.
manage.
All right, so let's talk about mentorships. Where are we there?
This is a hard one.
Don't cheat.
Well, I was going to do it anyway. I was going to do it anyway. I'm not going to dump it.
Yeah.
I know you guys are big on working within your junior team members and so forth and bringing them up. Let's talk a little bit about that, though.
well, and the senior team members can really benefit from the juniors.
Love
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
It's
it is
multi-generational learning.
totally-
Yeah.
It's totally two-sided.
Cool.
And growth and learning, it comes from all places.
Yeah, I love that
And you
perspective.
gotta keep paying it forward.
Yeah. And we have so many people that have like varying expertise depending on what they've done. Like being able to work with different team members gives you, like, you glean so much from what their past experience is. And being an architect or designer, like, yeah, you graduate school and you have the tools to go out there and start work, but you really don't know anything,
No.
right? Like working with people, listening to all the conversations. And I will be grateful my entire life for the people that took me under their wing. They didn't have to. Right? There wasn't even anything formalized. They just cared.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's like the culture, like create the culture that cares.
Yes.
That they don't have to have a title to say, you know what, I'm going to bring her up and I'm going to teach her everything that I can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to watch her kill a meeting on her own in the next 2 years. Like she's going to own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Few things feel better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
With what E said, I think it goes both ways. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love working at Hinge so much is the relationships and just learning from everyone who works there.
Yeah.
I think everybody has a different story, different experience, different skill set. It's just, makes for a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so it was tough, obviously, but it seems like all of us are going to dump high-value social events. Sell me on dumping high-value social events.
How about,
You go with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's got
I got
some
to it.
strong
Take
statement.
it, take it, Katie.
high value social events? So maybe it's a big networking event and you're more the type that does not like to get out there and it exhausts. I was just having a conversation with Paige about old job. I used to be at trade shows for a week and you'd have to network all day and then at night go out to these big social networking events and just a lot of it get
We've
tiring.
all done it. Yeah.
I don't really want to dump them though. So
I will say this is it's like the way of the world. It's like everybody's set up for flexibility. And then when it's like you stop and tell everybody you have to be at this place at this time for this long. I mean, it's hard because we don't get as much like this as what we used to. But at the same time, it's like if you want flexibility, you've got to maintain flexibility for people. High value events are expensive, and they blow holes in people's schedules. And so I think the constant challenge that we're facing is how do we continue to build community, like legitimate community in our firm, without these high value social events. And we're not dumping them. I mean, clearly we just had one yesterday. Instead of doing 4 or 5 of those a year, maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And really making sure you're maximizing the entire experience.
100%.
I think that I had a feeling that that the dump was going to end up being that one, but I think honestly the biggest fact of it is that, and like the Hilton Trend Report talked through, it's if you do it right, people love it.
Yes.
If you don't do it right,
People hate it.
people hate it.
They
And
do.
therefore, there's
It's
a
a
lot
burden instead of a blessing.
Right. Whereas some of these other things, it's like flexibility. It's flexibility, right? And so forth. So cool. So I think let's stick on that flexibility
Okay.
theme
Yeah.
for this next one.
Next category is remote/hybrid work quirks. So option 1, beginning every Zoom or Teams call with a discussion about the weather. Option 2, commuting to the office just to talk on Zooms and Teams all day. Or option 3, having to furnish 2 separate workspaces.
All right. We're talking weather. And what are we doing with weather?
Okay, the other two again.
yeah.
Commuting to the office just to end up talking to Zoom and team meetings all day, or having to furnish 2 separate workspaces. That was 2 and 3.
All right. So E's dating the weather.
Yes. I think you need to make time and space for people to be who they are. And if you got somebody that really likes the weather, let them talk
Let 'em
about
talk
the
about
weather.
Literally
weather.
the biggest
The
weather
weather
guy.
bug.
Yeah,
Meteorologist in another life.
yeah.
Love that term.
All right. The Marys. Let's hear about it.
I said Mary because, I can't believe I'm still bringing up COVID, but pre-COVID, this is what we did. Some of us would commute into the office and because all of our clients were national, international, and we'd be hopping on calls all the other day. So when it happened, we didn't really skip a beat with that one. And it just feels like it's
So
great.
the small talk piece of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's going to happen.
Well, the same thing, like coming into your conference room, you don't just sit down and get to it, right? Like you're like, hey, how was your weekend?
Yeah.
It's hot outside, right? Whatever. But I mean, it's the human part of what we do,
Yes.
Driving through this thunderstorm was really nice.
Okay.
All right, commute into the office was the second one.
To be on Zoom
To
calls
just
every
be on
day.
Zoom calls all day.
Yeah.
What a waste of time.
Yes.
Like
Agree.
total
time
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you feel like hey, I'm finally at the office and I can't even talk to anybody.
And my door's
because I'm
shut.
on.
And my door's shut.
For the whole day.
That's the killer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like a time killer and a motivation killer.
Yep. All right, furnishing 2 separate workspaces.
I really like furnishing things.
Yeah.
Should have put that in Mary.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
Big,
sorry,
big
sorry,
saddle
the
right?
crap. Yeah. The crap fell apart.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Why we're dating this?
I don't know. I think it sounds fun.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with this.
My
I really
answers are
don't.
so easy.
Yeah. I think it's plays to efficiency. If people are set up and they have a good home zone and then they have a good in-office zone, you can be the most.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I think this is more and more going to be the way of the future.
Oh, that was a strong one.
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
All right, last one. Category is branding. Option 1, new core messaging. So redefining the firm's specific market niche, positioning, and unique value proposition based on deep research. Option 2, visual identity refresh. So a refresh of the logo, the color palette, typography, image library, that sort of thing. And then client perception research as option 3. So conducting independent qualitative interviews to understand the true perception of your brand.
I got
Good luck.
this. I got
They're
this.
like,
Wait, the first thing is you.
oh my gosh. Okay, what was the first one again?
New core messaging.
Okay, so first one's positioning. Second one is
The visual identity.
visual identity.
And then the client perception research. I know when I saw this one, I was like, oh.
It's really hard.
This is really
Oh, you saved the best for last.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, so when you guys are ready, new core messaging. We're going to go through first. All right.
Okay.
Gosh.
Turn it over, Katie.
Time's up.
Turn it over.
she made her choice.
Oh. All right, we got to start with the marketer. Let's hear it. Why are we dumping this?
Oh wait, come back to me.
No.
Mostly because it was hard to pick the other ones,
Okay.
and I still think there's a lot you can do apart from getting new messaging, and there's just a lot. There's a lot of other things that you can focus on.
Okay.
If it's not this one.
All right. We'll let that go.
Thank
Okay.
you.
so I said date this one because the research little prelude is the one that I'm going to marry because it's the foundation. And getting that core research from our clients, which I know is the second answer, it informs the core positioning. And I will say what unlocked a lot of our potential and what you guys have been able to do was us like doubling down and getting really serious about who we wanted to serve and how we were serving them and cutting out everything else. It was it's a part of targeting, and yeah, I think it was really good for us as a leadership team to get really clear about that.
What he said.
That was pretty well said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything else to add to
All right, so visual identity refresh. We're going
This
to
is
go
what's
to
really
next.
hard. I have to.
Oh, this is a fun one.
That one surprised me. So you're
I
going
know.
first.
That's very surprising.
I feel like I'm in the hot seat now. I only dumped this one because I have to marry the other one.
Yeah.
I think that what you said before, there's a lot that you can do with a targeted approach, and you can't. It's like, how do you have a visual? What informs your visual, rebrand?
That's true. Yeah.
I love that you just said that. We did a pivotal story recently. We were talking about rebrands and like the Cracker Barrel and just how
I listened to that, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and totally missing the mark because they didn't do
this
exactly.
and you can really
And if
screw
they
up.
did, they
Yeah.
ignored it, which is even worse.
And they made people mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On all sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they united our divided country.
Yes.
In one
Yes.
fell swoop. It's just amazing.
And I loved what y'all said. It's like, who has eaten at Cracker Barrel since they were like this big, like, and probably a handful of times, but like the emotional response was insane.
Visceral.
They didn't do their research or they didn't listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do have to point out that I have heard E say she would marry the logo if she could.
I
Yes.
do.
So,
It's not.
It's only because she was presented with those choices.
Yes.
Like 3 impossible options.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and I chose the Mary because we just went through this exercise and we saw what a profound difference it made whenever we updated our visuals and our marketing.
Our brand.
To actually, align with our brand and the service that we provide.
Yeah.
That's something for me moving forward as a non-negotiable.
Yes.
I said date just because I think, there's always time to refresh, your visual identity, and, it's never too late. You can always just, sometimes, brands are due for an overhaul. And so again, that experimentation.
Yeah, and Ian Paige, when we were talking earlier, you talked about some of the reasons that drove you all to doing an additional refresh and as part of just the transitioning coming on board. So I agree with you, Katie. It's like it's important, but maybe just a step below the Mary level. All right, so
Client perception research.
I mean, this is the guy that you dump that you always want to call back, right? Like it's not.
Oh, nice.
You know, it's I mean, it's just, I don't know. I had to make a choice of something to dump, so this was it.
well, you're calling him back, so
I'll call him back.
you call him.
I know I made a mistake.
All right, you've already hinted quite a bit already about why you had to marry this, but what's in a quick summary? What do you
That's
think?
where it starts. This is where it all starts. This is your foundation. You've got to get the market feedback, and then it informs both your visual and your strategy, your core, foundation, your repositioning, and our awesome. All of what we've done together has been because you guys nailed this for us.
Number one, I don't think you guys would talk to me anymore if I picked anything but this.
Probably, especially because it's the entirety of Hinge's brand.
Yes.
So thank you for being a company lady.
I'm good there.
Noted.
No, but I agree. It's and you can find things out that you had no idea was ever
This
even
is
on
true.
your client's mind.
This is true.
When I explain to people what Hinge does and why I work there, this stuff, the client perception research fascinates me. The idea of being able to talk directly to our clients and find out why they work with them, what makes them tick. I just think it's like good gossip.
It's from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, our colleague Will Casserly, another one of our managing directors, has an interesting way he always talks about this research. But the idea is that this research can really show you the entire life cycle of a relationship, and it goes all the way back to the dating phase. Like, why would you even talk or interact with this person in the first place? Then why you get engaged, why you get married, and hopefully stay married as everything moves forward. But like, we felt that was a nice fitting way to wrap up this game. Thank you all for playing victim. I mean, for joining us today. The insights, I think, were super valuable. It's going to make for some fun cut-up content as well. A special thank you to Thiel Team for hosting us today as well. Yeah, this has been amazing to get together. Can you guys share a little bit how somebody might want to get in contact you would go about doing so?
Go to our website.
Yeah, go to the website and click the contact us button.
Yeah. And convert so that we can put you in our funnel, and then
I'll
get
give you a
nurturing
call that day.
And Katie, I know everybody can come find you on Hinge's website as well, and I know you're pretty active on LinkedIn.
Yep.
Yes.
Great. Well, for the Spiraling Up podcast, I'm Joe Pope. This is Mary Blanche Kramer, and we thank everyone for joining us and listening in. If you enjoyed this content and you've stuck around this long, I thank you, honestly. Great engagement. YouTube loves it the longer you stick around. So if you're still here right now, you are our favorites. But you could really cement the relationship by giving us a like, comment, or follow. And if you are an audio-only person, you missed out on this fantastic setup that we had today. And you can certainly go check out YouTube now to see what that looks like. But we love you on Apple and Spotify and all other platforms as well. Leave us a rating, give us some comments there. If you are interested in hearing other topics, throw those in the comments or hit us up at podcast@hingemarketing.com. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.